Childhood is a formative period that shapes our beliefs, behaviors, and relationships throughout life. Ideally, it should be a time of innocence, learning, and growth. However, for some people, childhood experiences can leave lasting scars that impact their well-being into adulthood. Recognizing the signs that your childhood may have been compromised is the first step toward healing and reclaiming your life. Here are 11 signs that may indicate that your childhood was less than ideal. Chronic low self-esteem. Constant feelings of inadequacy, worthlessness, or self-doubt can indicate that your self-esteem was undermined during childhood. This could be due to consistent criticism, neglect, or emotional abuse. Lack of trust. If you find it challenging to trust others or form meaningful connections, it may stem from betrayal or abandonment experienced during childhood. Trust issues can hinder your ability to build healthy relationships. Emotional instability. Unpredictable mood swings, intense emotional reactions, or difficulty regulating emotions could be a sign of unresolved childhood trauma. Growing up in an emotionally volatile environment can leave lasting emotional scars. Struggles with intimacy. Difficulty forming close, intimate relationships or fear of vulnerability may indicate attachment issues stemming from childhood experiences of neglect, abuse, or inconsistent caregiving. Perfectionism. A relentless drive for perfection or an obsessive need to excel could be a coping mechanism developed in response to unrealistic expectations or pressure from caregivers during childhood. Addictive behaviors. Using substances, engaging in compulsive behaviors, or seeking external sources of validation as a way to cope with unresolved trauma or emotional pain from childhood. Chronic anxiety or depression. Persistent feelings of anxiety, depression, or a sense of hopelessness may result from early experiences of trauma, neglect, or instability in the family environment. Difficulty setting boundaries. Struggling to assert personal boundaries or feeling guilty for prioritizing your own needs may stem from a childhood environment where boundaries were disregarded or violated. Avoidance of childhood memories. Intentionally avoiding or repressing memories of childhood, particularly if they are associated with trauma, abuse, or neglect, as a means of self-protection from emotional pain. Recurring patterns in relationships. Recognizing repeated patterns of dysfunction or toxicity in relationships, such as attracting abusive partners or experiencing cycles of conflict, can be indicative of unresolved childhood issues. Attachment issues. Difficulty forming healthy attachments in relationships, characterized by fear of abandonment, clinginess, or avoidance of intimacy. It's important to acknowledge that experiencing one or more of these signs does not mean that your entire childhood was ruined or that you are doomed to repeat the same patterns. Healing is possible through self-awareness, therapy, and intentional efforts to break free from negative cycles. Seeking support from a qualified therapist or counselor can provide invaluable guidance and tools for processing past trauma, building self-esteem, and cultivating healthier relationships. Remember that you deserve to heal from your past and create a brighter future for yourself.